Good morning. We are back on it. So we finished up there on that first overlook at the Foothills Parkway. Now we've got to ease up here. We got to start back there this morning, and then that's going to lead us down into the tail of the dragon. So that's all we're doing today. We're not racing today. This is kind of one of the unique features of the one-off events that they do. Like they did 666 last year. They did 6 Smokies this year. They kind of have a day where it's just a drive day. It's kind of a pressure test day, and today, with it being Tail of the Dragon, they're kind of seeing that as kind of your ultimate pressure test right of a lot of this. And I'll be honest, there's some of these cars that are gonna, if they go down it, they gave them an alternative route. So if they were concerned or worried that they might, have issues, they have an alternative route that will route them around the Tail of the Dragon and kind of keep them in competition. There's some of these cars that would be a handful to drive down through there. So I'm curious to see who all does it. It'd be interesting to see if that 33 Ford, that fast man, I bet he does it. He's either first or second right now in the overall averages. I'm pretty sure he's first, and it'd be interesting to see if he does it. I bet he does.
Oh, I'd say he will.
I'm guessing that he will, but it'll be interesting to see who does it and who doesn't. So they actually gave 3 routes. They gave the one that skips the Tail of the Dragon, one that is on the Tail of the Dragon, and then a third one that's kind of the more hardcore route is Tail of the Dragon and go down the Chirahola Parkway. And so we're just gonna do the regular Tail of the Dragon. We're just gonna kind of do the middle one this morning. Kind of the middle one, the regular route is the plan, unless somebody changes their mind. But as far as I know, that's the plan. So we're gonna ease back up here, and we're going to take this thing down the Tail of the Dragon, which is pretty cool. This will be the first time we've ever done it in something cool. We've only ever done it in like Dad's cool. Tahoe. Yeah, this is cool. You don't think this is cool?
It's already good.
It kind of defeats what we're doing if he doesn't think it's cool. Alright, we are turning left onto 129 here.
This is the Tail of the Dragon.
Alright, we've made it to the Tail of the Dragon. We come up a direction that we didn't realize, and we're coming up the Tail of the Dragon instead of going down. So yeah, there we go. gets nice shots of us going down the road. It's me like sitting like this with my arms out the window holding this 360 camera and trying not to throw up. Welcome to North Carolina. We made it. We just did the Tail of the Dragon. We've had like a weird thing whenever you turn the steering wheel to the right.
Right now it's going low.
And it seems it's the power steering pump, maybe.
It's going away right now.
Really?
Yep.
Maybe it fixed itself.
I don't know about that.
Dale's Cat Motorcycle Resort.
It's right there.
There's our next checkpoint.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
Is anywhere in here? Well, that was fun. Well, we tamed the tail of the dragon. Everybody did. Myrtle and the Nova and the Corvette, it's down there. These guys said they didn't have any brakes this morning when they left. They just added fluid and sent it. They made it down here. So if you're ever worried about taking your junk down the tail of the dragon, don't be. Just do it. It's pretty cool. We did it!
Yeah. Tail of the Dragon done.
Kenneth said Myrtle just felt at home here.
Yes.
This is where she was cruising the best at. There we go. Here's the tail of the dragon. There's the fix for the weather stripping. Cut it out. So much for all my hard work. Just keep pouring in. Man, that car is slick. Got a wagon. Oh, they did it. They got a high five. I like that. That was cool. Back on the road. Wanted to take a second and remind you guys, if you haven't followed Red Line Motorsports Media, Red Line Media, I'll have to look up his official. Red Line Motorsports Media. Jerry is awesome, and he has stayed right with us this week, and a huge thank you to him for taking care of us. He's got videos of us going down the track and pictures and stuff.
Got videos of everybody going.
Everybody, yeah, and the dude's a machine. Like I tell him all the time, he's crazy because he runs like crazy to cover all these different motorsports events, and they do a really good job. So make sure if you haven't to go find them on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and wherever they've got stuff and buy something. That's what I'm gonna do when we get home. I'm gonna go get some of our pictures from them, and he's a cool guy, and he, like I said, is crazy. So we're gonna keep on going here. I think we've still got like probably 120 miles to go today, something like that. I think so too. There's the lake, right?
This is fugitive.
That'd be cool if we could get.
Country.
That would be cool if we could get a good picture there. All right, we've got 30 miles. Oh, we got like 80 miles till our next checkpoint. So. Checkpoint note number 2 for the day. It is the Oki Put-In. Oki Put O-C. Oh, I don't even know how to spell it. Oki Put-In. Clearly words are my strong suit. Oki. O-C-O-E-E. Anyway. Next checkpoint coming up here in about a mile. We've made good progress, man. It's after the Tail of the Dragon. It's just been kind of 4 lanes and stuff. It's been pretty nice. It's just been a good, pretty smooth cruise. So I guess the Tail of the Dragon was the big stuff, but we've still got maybe 50 miles to go after this checkpoint. So let's go see what this one is. Here's the Oki Put-In. Go over there where they are. Oh, there we go. We'll get the bridge in the background. Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, it's TVA powerhouse.
Picture of
Okay,
the
gotcha.
powerhouse.
I will.
Ton of water. I'm like, oh, this would be gorgeous.
What do you think, Jerry?
I think I want more water.
Just noticed this rock face. That's really nice. It's really pretty too. Hi, Colin. Apparently there's normally a lot more water in here. Checkpoint number 2 under our belt for the day. We've got about 50 miles to go and we're finishing up at the Twin Peaks. There's one thing about it. This today has been some really great scenery. Just you can't ask for better weather or anything. Like that's how crazy nice this whole thing has been, especially today. So we've got about 30 miles, probably 30 miles to go. And we will be at our last checkpoint and we will have completed the drive day for 6 Smokies. The traffic persists, but so do we. We are on the interstate for the first time in what feels like a very long time. They just put us onto I-75 here going toward Chattanooga. About 18 miles until we get to where we're going here. I told everybody in our group, I don't know how we're going to act on the interstate. I don't know how we're going to feel about it.
It's like we act on the two-lane.
Exactly. Well, and then, yeah.
Except slower.
Slower, because we have, like I said, that traffic's coming up here. Made it. Last checkpoint for the day. Pull in here and we'll get a picture. Pull in here and we'll get a picture. All right. We made it to the last checkpoint of the day. Guess what, guys? We didn't even realize it, but there's the Twin Peaks right back here, right there. It's Twin Peaks somewhere over there. And then just behind it is our hotel, which means that we are done for the day. We finished it out. I had no idea that our hotel was this close, and Brainerd is only 5 minutes from here. I've never seen a racetrack in a more populated area than here. I think that's kind of crazy. But you know all the things to do. Subscribe, go follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, all the places. And tomorrow we'll be back to fully racing. I know there was a lot of driving in this video, including that full tail of the dragon section. But it was too cool not to put in there. I mean, we had 360 view of this thing going down the tail of the dragon with 3 other cool Chevys. What more could you want to watch? I don't know what you would rather watch, but it's that. It is that. So make sure you subscribe, follow, do all those things. We will be back racing tomorrow. We'll do this again. We'll do 2 more days of it. Do 1 video into those 2 days, I think. And we'll see you guys in a couple days.